For me, the Callisto Protocol is one of those games that I was about to listen to the reviews. I was about to listen to the bad vibe that was coming from the release. You know, the reviews were a little bit mixed. You know, some of the online stuff were complaining about frame rates, all that stuff, and you know, a lot of that. I didn't play it until a couple of weeks afterwards, so I probably played it in a better state than it was. But I did what I do in a lot of games. I look at playthroughs. I try to find people that are speaking positively about it, not to just be blind to the negativity, but to listen to some of the more reputable people that are that I would trust, and maybe I like their content online, whether it be actual reviews or YouTube video reviews. And I decided just to look at gameplay, and I think with games, I know with trailers, I know with certain watching gameplay doesn't tell you everything, but it's a good. I think for most people, if they'd actually sit down and watch gameplay of games and playthroughs from people that are actually trying to enjoy it, like I watched the Angry Joe review, and that seemed like a review from somebody that just was in a bad mood. I know his reviews are, you know, I like some of his stuff, but I know some of his reviews are meant to be shouty and angry, as his title would say, but I found his review just to be from somebody that didn't want to really give it a chance, and to maybe forgive it for certain things, because there is things that are irksome about the game. I mean, there is parts in the game where I've got stuck because I've been low on ammo, low on health, and you know, you're put in a position that I did get through those sections, but I did find those sections to be that the game kind of wasn't quite there in terms of planning out ways to get out of these situations if you were low on ammo or low on health. And maybe that's what survival horror games should be more of, is putting you in a position where you've got to try and find some crazy way of getting out of a situation to actually progress. And you know, in fairness, this game, the one thing that a lot of people don't give credit to this game is that it does give you lots of ways to play the game. You can try to play it more stealthy. You can do it. You can do the balls out action, swinging that crazy baton thing about. You can shoot the whole place up. You can use your telekinesis. You can fire weapons at objects at the enemies. There's so many ways you can play the game. You can use the traps. If I had to encapsulate why I like the game and why I'm making this video, because a lot of people, either the people that have made videos on this game are usually the people that hate the game, because they seem to be the most vocal people online. But I wanted to defend it. I wanted to say why I liked it. I just found it fun. I did find it scary. A lot of people, it is a more action-oriented game, I will say that. But a lot of people tried to suggest it wasn't scary, and I tell you, there is sections of this game that are really scary. And if you play it in the right way, which a later part of the game where you fight these enemies that you have to be quiet around unless you want to wake them all up. For me, playing that in a stealth way, you don't have to play in a stealth way. That's what I was trying to say. That the game lets you make your decisions for yourself and play it the way you want to play it. But that section was really scary. That section gave a different vibe to the game, because the opening few hours of the game are very action oriented, a lot of guns, a lot of battles, a lot of fights. Whereas that section, it does let you do it stealth. It does let you try to do it quietly. And I thought it was a nice change of pace. The combat's been a very controversial thing with the game. You know, is the combat bad? Is it the blocking system? I mean, I go back to the Angry Joe review. Angry Joe and his host, they complained about the dodge system being too good and making it too easy, and then they complained that the enemies ganging up on you makes it too hard. And I can understand where they're coming from. I mean, if a game's too easy, it's not good, and if a game makes it way too difficult in other sections, that isn't good either. But I think they're being a little bit harsh in the game. The way I take this game is there is certain things that are irksome, but I feel like the game is giving you a lot of stuff to fight the enemies with. You just gotta play it in a variety of ways. You gotta try to be stealthy in places. You've gotta fight when you need to fight, and you can fight if you use that dodge system well. It does make things a lot easier. But if you're being ganged up, it's probably not a time to stand and just start dodging and fighting, because you will be ganged up and attacked. And how many games or how many movies have people complained about where they go, oh, they're all just attacking one at a time? This game, these guys will come in and they will try to kick your ass in twos. And there is when you've got to learn to play the game in a different way. You've got to start moving around, throwing them into traps, luring them to traps, throwing objects at them, throwing them into each other, shooting them, then going up and hitting them. I think to really enjoy this game, you got to embrace all the gameplay mechanics and things that it gives to you. If you simply just want to play it one kind of linear way, which is just shooting and punching, shooting and hitting with the melee weapon, that isn't going to work the whole way through. And I like that. I mean, the thing that nobody can criticize about the game is the visuals, and people just go, oh yeah, the visuals look good, but that's not enough. Of course, visuals alone aren't enough, but by God, the visuals in this game are really stunning. I mean, it just looks, I mean, I complained for a while with having the PS5, which is what I played it on, that there wasn't enough next-gen games, and this game, mechanics wise and gameplay wise, is not reinventing the wheel, but by God, visually it looks superb. It's the enemies are vile looking. The environments at a glance seem kind of a little bit maybe drab and dull, but there is a nice variety of environments throughout, and even these dark and dingy environments are really beautifully created and highly detailed. And in talking about the enemies, the enemy variety it's not extensive, insanely extensive, but there is a lot of different types of enemies. A lot of them are taken from stuff you've seen before, from the likes of Dead Space or Evil Within, Last of Us, Days Gone. It's a mix of all those types of things. The one that I despise the most, but it's mainly because it's freaky and jumps me, is the kind of Jack-in-the-Box long neck ones that you really have to be ultra cautious the whole way through the game, because it's this it's hard to describe, but it's this kind of big long necked tentacle kind of head that pops out of this kind of, I don't know what you would call it. It's not really an egg, it's more like of a hatchling type thing, and there's lots of fake ones around that are empty or don't have anything in them, but the ones that attack you, you have to be really cautious for it, and if you look closely you can actually see the ones that are actually a real threat. So there's little things like that I think in closing, I think the game has been given a bad rap. And even if you don't think it's the greatest game ever, you know, to me, I think it's terrific. I think I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed it more than some of the recent Resident Evils. The two Resident Evil remakes were good, but I don't think that they're way better than this. You know, they obviously have a lot of the characters and they have the locations that everybody knows and loves. But you know, this game for me, I love the graphics. I love the fighting. I love the combat mechanics when you get used to it. There's frustrating moments, but there's frustrating moments in all games like this. I mean, that's kind of, if it was hard the whole way through, it'd be dreadful. If it was easy the whole way through, it'd be dreadful. There is things that could have been fixed, could have been ironed out. But you know, to me, if you want a fun action horror game with a fighting and combat mechanics that add a lot more than just shooting and using your pistols to take down slow zombies. If you want a variety in gameplay, I think this is the game for you. It doesn't reinvent the wheel as such, but it's a hell of a lot of fun, and I think it's got a bad rap just because this is what happens with certain games. It happened with Days Gone. Days Gone got a really bad rap at the start, and then people slowly started to play it when it got patched and was a little bit more steady to play, and people really started to like it. I'm not sure if this game will get the strong resurgence or second chance that Days Gone seemed to get, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did, because it is a lot of fun. I would really like to play any DLC that comes out for it, and I've felt myself, even, and I don't usually do this, when I finished the game there recently, I wanted to play through old saves and play through certain parts again, because it was just a lot of fun to get into lots of scraps and fights and action scenes in this game. So yeah, my advice to you is, look at my video, listen to what I'm saying, listen to what some of the people that actually have enjoyed it have said, and don't listen only to the people that hated it and are dunking on it, because a lot of people online haven't even played the game at all. So yeah, I liked it a lot, and I think people should give it a more of a chance. What do you think of the game? Have you played it? Did you hate it? Did you love it? Are you indifferent? And if you haven't played it, do you think you'll give it a chance down the line? Thanks for watching my video. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.